Okay, so we are going to go over how to get visitors through Facebook using groups. So I would say go to facebook.com and I always use like a local group. I recommend a group that probably has at least 10,000 people, but I mean you can still find people in smaller groups. But obviously the more eyeballs on this, the better. See, this one's a little small. I'm gonna go back. The one that I get most of mine from is the What Up Acadiana.
Hmm.
So anybody is welcome to use that. I actually am an admin of that group, so I'll be able to push it further just by having that. But I did one of these the other day, and I'll actually show y'all real quick. Let's see here, because I got some good response. Okay. Okay, so this is my post. Usually what I'll do is I'll write up like the details like when, time,
Hmm.
where, and I'll put it in I like to use Google Keep. And so like I'll write it up because I don't like to keep rewriting stuff. And Google Keep is free. So this is my Google Keep right here. I actually use it for like all my passwords, all kind of stuff like that. I've got like probably a couple thousand notes. And there's also an app like on your phone. Um, I think they do Android and Mac. So I mean it's free to anybody. Um, and so this is like the basic stuff that everybody needs on the post. But
Hmm.
before that, you're gonna want like a little bit of a headline. And so I try to like picture like if I was a business owner and what would be something that like, I might click on or I might read. And anytime we post a photo with like multiple people holding awards, just like this photo, it gives you kind of this sense that these people are working together. If they're winning an award, they must be doing something well, and they must be gaining something from BNI or whatever this business group is. And so I'll always put a photo because without a photo, you probably won't get as much traction. But you can write anything in here as far as um, are you looking to get new leads, new sales? Are you having trouble in your business? Are you starting a new business? Anything like that, you know your own reasons for joining BNI and why you like it. So you can just write anything in there. It doesn't have to be super long. It can be far shorter than this. Um, Something that is like a little marketing tip that they do is you try to make things like a little bit limited, even when they're not. So like this one, I'm looking for 5 visitors. So in a sense, to some people, they'll read that and they'll think like, oh, well, I want to be one of those 5. So I'm going to jump on this now, because we want them
Space
to
is limited, yeah.
sign up or message today. Because if they say a week, unless we're, putting this on a calendar, they're going to forget like 100%. So the first part of the post is basically you're almost hitting their pain point. Because I don't know a single business that doesn't want more customers, that doesn't want more sales, doesn't want more repeat business, especially if they're new. I mean, the economy has probably never been worse, in my opinion, right now. So that's why, like, you'll get visitors on these kind of posts, is because, people are just like you wanting to grow their business. And so I just put a post similar to this, and I can copy and paste this for the next time that I do it, and I can just change up some of the words.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it could be it's basically the same exact post. I just kind of reword some of the stuff, and I'll swap the photo. And for the photos, what I like to do is, so I'm an Android user, so I have Google Photos, which is free. It's automatically, every time I take a photo, it's saved.
Mm-hmm.
And they use this like AI search, so it's super easy to find one. And so whenever I do any post, um, I almost always go to my Google Photos, and I will find a good photo. Sorry, it's running slower than normal. Okay, so in Google Photos, I can click on my face, and it will pull every photo that's got my face on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have to dig, because I mean, honestly, it might took me 20 minutes to find that photo if I didn't use something like this. And so look here, boom, here we go. Here's a BNI photo. And I'll just take it, download it. I usually don't even edit them or anything like that. I just kind of keep it simple. But the visual is almost more important than the words. I would say the visual is number one, and then the first sentence or two is number two. Um, So it's all you always want to do, kind of like a headline for the first couple sentences. Then it kind of doesn't matter, because most people won't read anything after that unless they've already clicked on your ad. And if
Right.
they've already clicked on your post, and that you've already kind of won in that sense if they're reading the whole thing. Then another thing too, let's see. You know what? I'm gonna actually do one right now. I'm gonna take this exact photo, download it. Okay. And then I'm gonna go to a different group. Let's see here. It must be because I'm recording it. One slow.
Love Max. Yeah, it's like
Okay, so everybody's heard of the Cajun Swap Shop, so I'll pick that one. Now, also keep in mind, some of these groups may not allow it, but most of the time, like, they're pretty cool with it. I just wouldn't do it in like a vehicles only post.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just use your best judgment as far as that. Okay, so go to my Google Keep, copy and paste. Um, you want to utilize all of these little buttons that you can. So they're all like opportunities to make your post better. I must not have downloaded it. Here we go. Okay, so photos done. The next step that I like to do is I start tagging everybody in the photo. So we got Mike, Patrick, Brennan, got Kenny, Damn. And then Joseph, Kent Joseph, and I'll even tag Brian, even though he's not in it. He's a marketing guy. He will understand. Um, Unless we're not friends anymore, I don't know.
Yeah.
Um,
He unfriended all of us. No, I'm just
no,
kidding.
I don't think he did.
No,
I
I'm being
I
funny.
think I remember trying to add him once, and for some reason it
I think it's CH. Yeah, CH at the start of the
anyway.
block. Yeah.
Anyway, if you miss one, it's not that big a deal. Um, See, look, here's like one of my notes that uh I probably did this in like Chat GPT. Let's see here. Okay, so I'm just gonna make this up then. So I try to tag the page so that way if anybody clicks on it, it'll go to that page. They'll see who's a member. They might end up having a friend who's already following it. And anytime they know somebody who's already following you, that's like a big win. It makes them feel way more comfortable. Just like a referral. It
Hmm.
works the same way on social media. Um, Okay, so yeah, just write a few sentences, kind of leave it like a little bit vague. Honestly, sometimes like the more vague the better. Like I wouldn't get super detailed. What you want to do with this lead, I always call it because it's all leads. Whether it's a visitor, whether it's a referral, it's always leads, at least in my head. So the most important thing you want to get them doing is commenting or calling or texting you. So that way you can start a conversation. Once you have them in a conversation, then it's technically a lead, and you'll have way more chances to have them come in to find more information to listen. Because if you put any and every answer in this post, well, then they don't have any questions. You want them to ask questions. So I mean, if you want it, I can even take this off.
Okay.
That way they have to ask. Okay. Then check in. I've been doing the check in for the Petroleum Club. You could also do it. I think you can even do it at BNI. Let's see if it'll let me. I don't think that it matters which one you do. Um, but I always use the check-in. And if you want to, you can put feeling excited, something like that. Um, okay, so we've got everybody in here tagged. Um, if you wanted to, you could put a couple hashtags. I haven't been doing this, but it's local business, Lafayette, Louisiana. That's good. And then yeah, go ahead and post.
Did you change the date?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So once you post, in a perfect world, somebody's gonna like and comment. Um, but what you can do if you really need visitors is after it's posted, you could share the link with people in our BNI or even one of your friends. Because every time somebody likes and comments on the post, it will be presented to more people in their feed. And so the more comments and likes, it works especially well when you have a lot of back and forth. That's why whenever you go in a Facebook group and you see, like, let's say a post that, I don't know, somebody got robbed or a house burned down, there's like 100 comments. So it's at the top because it's the most relevant news in that group. So the
Mhm.
more of that you can get, and it's a little bit harder with a business post, but it can be done in a way you're almost forcing it. So like if Kayla would go in here and mention something about, yeah, I've been in BNI for 3 years, and I couldn't imagine my business without it. Just something like that is great. And then after that comment goes through, um, other people will see it, and then I'll come back and comment on it later. And even if it's like 5 hours later, it's going to put it right back into some other people's feed because it is a new comment. So if you kind of keep them going, and you don't have to get like ridiculous with it, but they typically say you want to have at least 5 words on the comment, and then you want to like react to it. It doesn't matter if it's a like or a heart or whatever. Any of those is fine. You could also tag people. I just wouldn't do like a bunch of them. Like every now and then somebody will tag like 99 people. Most people find that very annoying.
Yeah,
And you'll find that marketers do not do that. Um, but like if you've got somebody who's been saying like, yeah, I've been wanting to come to BNI, we've all got those people that have been saying it for months and never showed up. That's a great person to tag on this post, and it will also help to have more people see it. But that is basically it. And then whenever I sign up my visitors, I ask them for their email, their phone number, and I log them in immediately. But I don't care if it's a position that we've already got filled. I'm just trying to get them to come visit.
right.
I'm not like what do you call that?
Screening.
Qualifying them or anything like
Yeah,
that. We can do that at a later time because we've had people that have come that may specialize in a different form of whatever the other industry that somebody's doing. So any visitor is a good visitor that's, either 1099 sales or service or an owner. Um, but yeah, this is all I do to get visitors. And even me doing this once a month, I'm usually on par and green with all my visitors or even above. Like on the visitors day, I probably had 15 people say that they were coming, and I think 9 or 10 showed up. So I mean, like the amount of response that you'll get to something like this is great. Another thing too, the first time doing it, you might not get as good a response as I do. So like sometimes it's almost like fishing. Sometimes you might get a ton of leads on there. Other times you might get one or you might get none. But just keep posting anyway. Sometimes it's even the time of the day that you post. So some of it
right.
is like luck. So don't let that discourage you. But I mean, you could literally make this post and just copy and paste it in other groups. And then the next time you do it, let's say in a couple weeks or in a month, change the photo and just change some of the verbiage. And I mean, you could have another post done in, under 5 minutes. Um, and so, yeah, that's how I get visitors. This will work for a long time. This will also work in other social media things. I just find that the Facebook local groups are the best. So if there's another social media platform, that's local business entrepreneurs in the area, the same method would work for that. And to get to referrals, this is definitely a lot harder, but it's a very similar process. And this is obviously just one way to do it, but I did a post for, I think I did Mike and I did Sam today. Okay, so yeah, this is Sam's. So I took a video of all of the stuff that I've had Sam do, like my business cards, my brochures, and then my little coupons that look like money. Um, and I just put it in there. Um, asking if anybody needs business cards and for them to comment. And I may get somebody, I may not, but this is an easy way to get a lead. It didn't cost me anything. And you could basically do the same exact thing for anybody's business in here. As long as the group kind of fits the profile. And I wouldn't do 10 of these in a day. Like you'll probably get blocked or banned.
Right.
But yeah, this is just like a simple way. And I just shot this video on my phone and I just talked about what was done. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And then, once they comment or whatnot, I just shoot it over to Sam and he does his thing. I did a similar one with Mike this morning. Let me pull it up. See, there's the other one. So this is the one that I did the other day. So post reach, I had 2,200 people, just under 2,200 people. Um, have it show up in their feed. Now that doesn't mean that they read it or anything like that. They could have just been like right now, like all of these posts that I'm seeing would be considered in my reach. So it doesn't mean they clicked on it or anything like that, but that's a pretty decent number. Um, I get those numbers because I own the group, so you might not see that in another group, but it does help you to tell like why is one post better than the other. But it's not always like a proven method.
Mhm.
Let's see here. I actually did Mike's post in car line waiting to drop off my daughter. So I had my laptop with me and we have like a 35-minute wait. So yeah, I just figured a couple things that a business might need, like is your internet not fast enough? Because I used to do IT, I kind of know a little bit more about this to write. And then I tagged Mike and I made up that you get a free IT consultation and I made up a value of $150. Because Mike already says it on his website. So I just kind of like made that up.
Right.
And then I'm making it sound like you have to mention it to unlock it. And I do that so that way Mike knows that it's a referral by me if it comes in. Um, and then a couple hashtags. I just Googled this photo. Um, and then I logged into our BNI page and I came comment on it so that way it would be spread a little bit more. But this is a new post. It doesn't have much traction yet, but I've had 132 people see it. No leads yet, but um, at least I have, like the fishing pole out there.
Right.
And you never know, like somebody in a month could come comment on that or something like that. Um, so yeah, that's probably one of the better ways to do it. Um, on like a local Facebook group. But I mean, you could do like a video for one of them. Videos actually kill. If you do like a live video, like talking about business or BNI, you are at the top of that group because not many people are live. So like if you're comfortable on camera and you have a little thing you want to say, to do something like that live would slay, especially in a group like that. I mean, you might get, like 100 people just watching you live, and then it's going to get all kind of exposure because Facebook likes video, and most importantly, they like live video. When you go live, it's they push it out in front of everybody. So those are the methods that I would use. If anybody have any questions, I'm going to go ahead and upload this to YouTube and share it.